Hello, achievement horrors and fellow completionists. Today we're going to talk about the tillers, not necessarily the tillers rep, but each of the tillers themselves. The 10 tillers you will find in your reputation screen under the tiller's reputation. Chi Chi, Ella, Farmer Fung, Fish Felreed, Gina Mudclaw, Howhand Mudclaw, Jogi the Drunk, Old Hillpaw, Show, and Tina Mudclaw. What we're interested today in is Dark Soil. There's not any over here. I just wanted to point out that these are the characters we're talking about, the NPCs of the tillers that will give you daily quests occasionally. They will accept food from you for reputation with them, and I don't believe it gives you anything with the tillers, but it gives you personal reputation, so you can become best friends with everybody like I have, except for the drunk. I'm working on him. Alright, so there's a farming path you can do here in the Heartland, in the Valley of Four Winds. It's right around here. I'm going to actually show you this farming path that I use. It took me about 2-3 hours. Oh, here's one right now. So the dark soil. When you open it up, there's going to be one. I got a jade cat. There's one of 5 potential things you can get from it. The jade cats, the marsh lilies, lovely apples, ruby shards, and blue feathers. The jade cats, if you turn them into Fish Felreed or Ella, it will give you more reputation than it would if you turned in something else. When you turn them in, each of the items, they have 2 people that they like to be turned in for. And if you turn in other ones, ignore that. If you turn in other ones, it will give you less reputation, but it will still give you a significant amount, about the same as turning in a rare fish for Nat Pagel. When you're looking through for dark soil, there's a couple areas where you're going to find more abundance, and there's some areas you're going to find less. For instance, this is Ella's house. You can find less over here than you would if you were, say, over on along these plots right here, and if you were over in this area. So when you're farming it, you want to do something. You want to go to System, and then you can go to your graphics and turn ground clutter from whenever you have it all the way down to low. This helps reduce everything you're going to see on your screen. Let me show you. If I put it on Ultra, that's a lot of crap that I don't want to deal with. So when we put it to low, you are much more likely to see dark soil than you were if you had it all the way up. When you're looking around, there's some that are going to be under this bridge here. There's going to be a lot around here. All of the springtails seem to have them inside of their little pits here with their herbs that they've been just absolutely destroying. I think they need to eat the carrots and leave my dark soil alone, which they have been, but I think I could pay them with more carrots to farm me some dark soil if I really tried. In this area, you'll notice there's a bunch that are hidden between the carrots and the turnips here. I don't see. Oh, there's one. Kind of hard to see. They're brown, and so is the ground, but it's a lighter shade, so you're easier to. It's more likely you'll notice it. Oh, there's another one. When I'm going through here, I like to circle back on some areas. I'll show you in just a second here. I like to go around here because there's a lot that spawn on these plots. And then I pass by this guy, Farmer Fung, and I like to look back through here because sometimes I'll find it. Yep, there's one. And I like to look back over here because this plot right here specifically, yep, there it is. It is very, very guilty of hiding several extra ones from you. The only downside is you're going to have to fight some springtails to be able to open it up and loot and fly away real quick, so you can keep this as efficient as possible. Keep going around. You'll notice there's some that spawn around the tower here, and then several that spawn in the plots along here. You're only going to see a handful on this side of this hill here. I think it's, yeah, there it is. Actually, that's a new one for me. When you're farming these, the easiest thing to do is get Gatherer. and keep it on your minimap so you can see where some will be. The more you collect, of course, the easier it is to collect, if you use that as a reference very often. So when you become a best friend with any of the tillers, you can ask them to be your farmhand on your farm in Sungsan Ranch. This doesn't really do anything for you, it's simply aesthetics. Two of them provide vendors for you, which is very kind of them. They'll allow you to sell your stuff to them, you know, usual prices. There's never going to be any kind of difference for you. When you turn stuff in, you're going to get a difference if you have any kind of reputation boost. If you're human, you get the passive or the racial passive. If you're in, I believe it's level 12 or higher guild, you get, should be 10% extra reputation. And when you're getting all these guys, there's really only one thing that these are useful for, is for finishing this achievement right here, Friends on the Farm. And as a little bit of trivia for everyone, which one is he like? The lovely apple. A little bit of trivia. If you get exalted with the tillers, and when you get exalted with the tillers, you will get a title of the farmer. I have it on right now. It is not a countdown achievement. It is simply a character. So you have to do it on each character you want it on. And there we go. That's the achievement. If you need anything else, YouTube, I will continue to post it for you.